Yo my people, welcome back to another karting video. This time at Teamsport Trafford-park for, I think, a hot pursuit, the members night was. I think it was like a 5-10 minute qualifying followed by a 1 hour race. It was alright, to be fair. I think it was like my second time ever going Trafford Park. So I was just going to see what it was like as a members night and to see if I could keep up with the front runners and my mate Taylor, because he's actually been to the track more than I have at the time. So it sort of put me at a bit of a disadvantage compared to him because he was more comfortable with the track than I was, but I do still keep up with him in the race anyway, at least in qualifying. I was about a second to a second and a half off of him, which is just not good. But at the same time, I was a good couple tenths in front of the people behind me, so I was just sort of in no man's land during qualifying. But as you can see, I'm still just getting used to the track because the last time I went, when I was recording this, was like a couple of months before the actual recording, so I was a bit rusty on the track. But I'm gonna just shut up a minute whilst I do my fastest lap, because this is my fastest lap coming up, and I'll let you just watch it. That was my fastest lap, so it wasn't too bad, but there was a lot of improvement needed, as this red flag was because someone's wheel actually came off, like the full-on wheel came off of the car somehow. So that's why there was another car driving round, which you don't really see it often in rental cars, wheels coming off, or in any car, to be fair. But yeah, as we cut to the race start now, I'm just looking to get a solid start, keep with the top 4, well, keeping the top 5 at least as we go green. I have a little look at Taylor, but there's nothing much that I can really go for because we're all just sort of in a line at the minute, which you can't really fault with, but it's still early doors, still got an hour left of racing left, so I'm not looking to make a move anytime soon. But yeah, I'm just gonna shut up, let you watch a bit of action and then cut back in when something happens. though. I'm back. Nothing really happened. It was just me keeping up with the top 4. So that was what a lot of this race really was, to be fair. But yeah, it was still good racing, to be fair. I got very unlucky with a lot of back markers during this race, so as you'll see later on. But you can't really do anything about that. All you can do is just keep your head down and keep focusing. As we got further on in the race, this is a few laps later, I've kept with Taylor, which was one of my goals, as we both just make our way past this back marker. But yeah, me and Taylor were just consistently around about the same pace. The only thing was he had a bit more consistency in his times than I did, as I made a few more mistakes than him, but we was both around the same pace. As you can see, I did cut quite a few laps forward, and he's still in the same position. But as you see, I did make a few more mistakes than him, which did lead him to just gain an advantage and gain a gap. As you see, Taylor just making his way through these 2 back markers just easily, unlike me, who's just had a crash because of them 2, which I can't really blame them. They were in their own battle, and obviously I just appeared. But it was very annoying, as I was trying to keep with Taylor, as you'll see him on the other side of the track now, which was very annoying. But yeah, that's how it goes. So, but I'm going to cut off again, let you watch a bit of action, and I'll come back when there's something else has happened. again with not much action, to be fair. It was just me lapping them two people who crashed me out and getting lapped myself actually, but in one of the cleanest ways you can actually get lapped, as I snuck right up behind them and I've actually kept with them for a good couple laps, as this is a few laps later now, as we go red due to a big crash with the top three actually, which is huge for me, because then that means I actually can get my lap back, which is massive. As I just got to the restart, well, a little bit after the restart to be fair, it's actually me battling with Taylor, and then I think this was for position with the Teamsport suit. I can't actually remember, but I just followed Taylor through, nice and clean. Well, I say clean as rental cars can be, as he just sends it up the inside. I have to take avoiding action there because he just was never going to make the corner, as he actually spun out because he realised he wasn't going to make that corner. But yeah, I'm just keeping with Taylor here, not really gaining or losing anything majorly, as I've got a lot more comfortable with the track here in this time, which is actually very visible. But yeah, not much else to speak about, so I'm just gonna let you watch the action and probably cut back to a voiceover when another red flag or incident has happened that actually involves me, as we get stuck behind another back marker. In this race, I'm telling you, back markers were just in the wrong spot at the wrong time for me. But yeah, see ya in a little few laps. A bit of action there, to be fair, with back markers. Nothing really for position, as getting through the back markers, Taylor did do it a bit better than me, but nothing much to say, to be fair. I'm still trying to catch Taylor, as there was another red flag after this one due to me actually getting put into the barriers by the guy in front of me, Taylor Davison, which, I mean, he didn't really mean to be fair. He sort of just bumped me into the wall, as you'll see. But yeah, probably one of my biggest, if not the biggest crash I've had so far, as I just go a bit wide here, letting the driver behind me through, who actually pushes Taylor, squeezes him, and it just gets a very, very rough for argy-bargy as he pushes Taylor out the way to get through, which is a very big no-no, even in rental cars. As I go side by side with Taylor here, we both get past the guy in the green Teamsport. We're still side by side. I get a bit of a drift on and Taylor just pushes me into the barrier there, which I just get the rest of the grid piling into the side of me there, which actually hurt my ribs, to be fair. Even though I had a foam insert in, it actually very hurt. But yeah, they ended up walking off. 2 people ended up walking off, to be fair, which is pretty unusual because we was very, very close to the end. There was only like 5 minutes left. As I just caught all that out because it was about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes of just people talking and sorting things out, all the marshals. As we go to a restart, as a looking for a move, but not really a move showing. So I'm just sticking behind a mirror, as there's not really anything else I can say except just let you watch the rest of the action, as my camera actually dies on the last few laps, which is a bit annoying, but there wasn't much. I didn't really make any more overtakes, but we'll live, as I'm going to leave you for the voiceover for the rest of the video. So I hope you go like and subscribe, and I've hoped you've liked the video, as I hope you come back next time. I've said I hope a lot, but yeah, see you next time.